So today we are going to know about the some more components in Visualforce, that is page block, buttons, and then input components. So in this page block section is also there. So page block buttons are used to place the buttons at the header and the footer. Okay, it's a child to the page block component. Okay, it can be placed at the top or bottom or in both. Normally in default, buttons are placed at both top and bottom. So let's see some examples for page block buttons. So with the location attribute, we can place the buttons wherever we want in the page. Okay, let's see some examples for this page block buttons. Okay, so let's see the example for page block button. So I'm including form before the page block. So page block should be included first, and then page block button should be included after the page block component. So I'm including page block button here inside the page block component, and then command button is included inside this. So let's give some title for this page block. Okay, next one will give command button inside the page block button. Okay, so sometimes before entering the proper values, this developer console showing unnecessary errors. It don't give time to correct our errors. Okay, it's corrected now, and then save and then preview this. Think developer console is somewhat slow. Let's close this and then try again. So the page is already created now. So let's open this and paste the code which we already created for the page block button. Okay, now it get saved, and then we'll preview this. Okay, let's preview this for page block buttons. I don't know why sometimes it takes more time to save. Sometimes it shows unnecessary errors without any errors. So let's see the result. Okay, so in this page we'll get the buttons in the top and bottom, because by default both the buttons are placed at the top and bottom. Because we didn't mention the location as top or bottom, its default it will be taken by the component. Okay, let's see one more example for this page block buttons. Okay, while creating next page, now we'll keep the location as top. Okay, so another page is creating for page block button. So in this we'll take the location as top only. Okay, so that the button will be only displayed on top of the page. Okay, now we can preview this. So the button is created only on the top of the page. So let's go for next one. So we'll go for input components. So what are the input components? So first let's see the input text. So this will be used to include a text box in the page, and this must be wrapped inside the apex colon form element. Okay, it's used to include a text box in the page. So let's see the example to see all the attributes we can use for the input text. So let's copy paste this in our developer console. Okay, so for the input text we can use attributes like value, maximum length rendered, required, size, style, tab index, title rendered. So we can use these attributes in the input text component. Okay, now let's preview this. How it will be displayed we can know. So like this the text component can be used. So here 3 input text boxes are included. So in the next block the name input text box is disabled because we kept it as a disabled is equal to true in the component attribute section. So next one is maximum length. We can keep the maximum length of the characters which we enter in the input text box, and size means we can include the size and width of the text box we enter using this attribute size. And styling, so we can add color or background color. The stylings can be included by using style. And then direction can be used in which direction we want to enter the text in the text box. Okay, fine. So let's go for the next example for the input text. So here input text box is used inside the page block component. Okay, so let's go for next example for input components. So here input text area, input secret, input checkbox are included. So text area is used to include more text in the page. Okay, it should include a text box to accept more than one line as input. So this must be wrapped inside the colon form element. And then secret is used to input like passwords, and the checkbox, checkbox how it looks like, it includes a tick mark. Okay, let's see this example. So with input file we can upload a file which we want from the PC or desktop wherever you are working. Okay, let's check this how it will be displayed. Okay, let's preview this. Okay, like this, first text input text is included, next text box is included, next one is input secret, and see whatever we type in this box it will be hidden. And then we can upload a file whichever we want using input file component, and then we can check the tick mark using input checkbox component. Okay, so like this these are used. Okay, next we'll move on to page block section. Okay, what is page block section? It's an area inside the page block which will appear similar to a section in a standard Salesforce page layout definition. So normally this will divide a row into two columns by default. Okay, so to add a field from a Salesforce object to page block section, we will use input field component or output field component. So each of these components automatically display within the fields associated label. Okay, to add a field not related to the Salesforce object to page block section, we'll use output label and input text for value. Okay, so let's see the example now for page block section first. So let's see what we'll get as output in this page block section by using page block section component. So first one is third page block section, like this is created, columns are created side by side. So with page block section, normally it's divided into two columns. Okay, and we include any text boxes. Okay, next one is, so if you want to include the text boxes only single column, so we have to specify the columns attribute as 1. So here the text boxes are only in the single line. Okay, in the third block, if you observe, so here in the last block, here we used page block section item. So page block section item should be used as a child to page block section. So page block section item is used to display the content more clearly, and it's used to give spacing between the text boxes. So here another two blocks are created, section item is not included. Okay, so we'll see what is the page block section item in the next example. Okay, so let's go for next example for this page block section related thing. So let's preview this, how we'll get. Okay, so here the difference will be without page block section item, and with page block section item we'll see the difference how it will be created. Okay, so here if you observe, name and age input text box are created so name text box is above the age text box, so in the first block new customer, and if you observe in the next block they are side by side and with need spacing between them. So this can be done using page block section item. So with page block section item we can create two sections of the input text boxes. Okay, see here page block section item is used twice for name and age text boxes, input text boxes. Okay, so like this the page is created using page block section item. Okay, so next we'll see next example for one exercise. Let's see one page and how we can create this. Okay, see here comes the real scenario. Here customer section header is included. Section header is included first as title customer and subtitle as new customer, and then three blocks are included here: personal details, other details, and contact details. Let's see how we can create this page. So first of all, buttons, so first section header should be included. So after the page element, we include form, and then section header, title as customer, subtitle as news customer, and then help text is included, and then page block buttons is included, and location is included, and then two command buttons are included as save and cancel. Next, we should use page block, title as page block section we have to take, and columns as 3, so here 3 columns are included. And then we have to take page block section item, and then we have to include input text boxes for this, for personal details block. And then for other details block, we have to include input checkboxes inside the page block section item. And for the last block, we have to include normally text boxes. See, like this the page is created. Okay, here checkboxes are included, and then text boxes are also created using this VF page. So let's see another example for title and collapsible attributes. Okay, so let's see how this will be displayed. So here three text boxes are included in the first block, and then in the next block report summary columns 3 blocks are included. Okay, in third block, so here four page block sections are included, but it cannot be collapsible. So if you give collapsible as true, then we can collapse that section in the page. So in the last block we given collapsible as true. It's a boolean value attribute. If you give collapsible as true, then we can collapse that section in the page block section. Okay, okay. Let's make the collapsible option as true. Then we can see we can hide the section or we can unhide the section using this button. See, like this, it's a very good attribute in the page block section. So like this, so last block is also made as collapsible, also made as a collapsible. So that's all for today. Let's see what are the controllers we can use in Visualforce pages in the next videos. Okay, see you in next video. Take care.